Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome back to Cold Waters, where I'm going to be starting another 1984 campaign. This time around, once again, with the LA class sub. The game just keeps changing every now and then. They keep releasing patches every, well, I think twice a week at this rate, just to address a few issues. And I would hate to see a save game or a campaign just suddenly get invalidated because the game is no longer compatible with that save because the mod doesn't work. So we're just going to start out with the LA. Russian subs will come later once the patching has stabilized a bit. Now let's start this thing off and pick the LA class sub. We are in command of USS Buffalo. Now if all goes well, by the time that you are watching this video I will be on board an actual submarine. The Navy has a couple of open days or demonstration days this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where you can visit some naval units. I believe they have everything open to the public from our air defense frigates to our submarines. I'm going to be taking my video camera along and hopefully get some good footage for you guys. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to film everything, but they do have some open air demos where you can see a simulated naval landing, or at least that's what was promised. So hopefully I'll be able to show you some footage of that very, very soon. Alright, objective. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy Spetznaz commanders will be landing from submarine in the vicinity of Narvik within the next week. You order intercept and eliminate them before they land. Rear armor repair. 16 Mark 48s, a couple of UGM-84 harpoons. Yep, looks good. Okay, so these guys want to land near Narvik. That's to the north. Gonna be heading there at best speed. And then once we're getting closer to Narvik, just slow down to cruise speed or even just passive speed. Just lay there and wait. Wait and listen. They're gonna be coming in the side of the next week, so it could take them a while. Alright, slow down to a crawl. I'm not even sure where they're coming from, but I'm expecting them here. Alright, depth 50 feet, heading 166, speed 5 knots, designated contact 01, bearing 111. Battle stations. We have them on 111. Let's see exactly what we're dealing with. Definitely not a Charlie. Might be a whiskey. It has all the signs of a whiskey. Conditions, no layers. That means that I'm immediately going to start going deeper, because I want to have a bit of wiggle room in case torpedoes start being sent in mutual directions. Make a slight course correction to the south. Okay, we're now at 430 feet. His solution is currently 83%. And if this is accurate, then he's at 5,000 yards. Which is awfully close. Yeah, he's been identified as a whiskey. Now, whiskeys are very, very quiet bastards. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not the whiskey. It's the tangos, the Romeos, the Foxtrot, especially the kilo. The kilos are nasty buggers. Anyway, this is a whiskey. I haven't heard any other subs yet. I'm going to try and approach this thing from behind. Take my time and don't fire too soon. If he hears the torpedo, he's going to send one back at me. I would hate for that to happen. Let's continue to go down. I want to be at least 500 feet down. Passing 500. You should be able to see him on the screen now. Oh! He's closer to the surface. He's not snorkeling per se. He's definitely closer to the surface. Range 3,600 yards. So why can I not see him yet? He's heading south. I'm directly behind him. I'm not sure if this guy has a towed sonar array, but I don't think so. So we're going to set the torpedo to run for a very short time before it goes active. There he is. Really, really close. Apparently he hasn't heard the torpedo. There he is. He has heard the torpedo launch. Make it active. I just think that he hasn't quite detected me yet. Torpedo's gone active and is searching. Torpedo's acquired the target. He's probably going to be popping noisemakers really soon. There's the noisemaker. Torpedo's making a turn. Going to be avoiding the noisemaker. I'm not controlling this one directly, by the way. I still can, but I want the torpedo to find this thing all by itself. He might pop another noisemaker, but at this point it is game over for this guy. Target destroyed. Okay, so that's one. Is that the only one? It could be. It could be that we're just dealing with one submarine. And I'd be happy if that was the case, but too often have I been just thinking that I was safe and then found out that I wasn't. Because there was still another contact nearby. Now, interestingly, our dead whiskey has made it to the bottom of the ocean. So apparently, it's not beyond his crush depth, but his hull is making some really ominous noises. Now, no other submarines have responded to my torpedoes. Torpedo, singular actually. So I'm thinking that I might, in fact, be alone. And hopefully we have a bunch of dead Spetznaz in that whiskey. Right there. Yep, okay, that's the only one. Excellent performance locating and eliminating enemy submarine transporting Spetznaz commandos. What new orders do you have for me? A large force of enemy landing ships and surface combatants preparing to sail within 3 days. They will land at Oslo. Bad weather prevents airstrikes. We're not exactly sure where they're going to be coming from, but I'm expecting the north. Now, these things are usually pretty damn sizable. They have a lot of ships, a lot of escorts, and it's going to be a pretty intense fight. What news? Lost ground. That's unfortunate. Alright, I am at peril depth, I think, because I wasn't moving. Yeah, 50 feet, 5 knots. Bearing 129 or designate 01, battle stations. Ultra quiet. Raise ESM and periscope. Lots and lots of signals. 01 upgraded to Master 1. There's one. Give me a little bit more view on the periscope. Lose some depth. Seas are atrocious. There we go. Identified as a Canaan. What else do we have? These other guys might still be too far away for me to actually visually identify them. My depth is already quite shallow. 46 feet. I still have some leeway, but not much. Let's see, this guy was... correction, is pretty close. 16,000 yards. Now we're dealing with a cannon who has a passive sonar array. Set 65 torpedoes, a Sea-Whiz, and an RBU 6000, which is that anti-submarine depth charge launcher. He's able to run away at 34.5 knots. And I would rather not have him have the opportunity to run away. But you never know. Now let's see what Master 3 is. Master 3 is still vague. Let's head west. I'm going to try and find out what exactly Master 3 is. I'm thinking it's a surface ship, because we're dealing with a surface invasion force. It could be a cash-in. Bearing 115. Contact. Cash in. Yep, that's Master 3, alright. Alright, what else do you have for me? What else is there? That's the cash in. Now, where are the others? I first want to sink this cannon. The cash-in, though, is a bigger issue. He is capable, at least more capable than the cannon, to sink me. However, if I fire off torpedo against him right now at 26,000 yards, he is probably going to avoid those very, very easily. So I would rather not. Now we're going to be firing a lot of weapons this mission. Okay, we have Sierra 2 back. It'd be quite a feat if they also brought a submarine. That would be really interesting. It could be an Andajan. Sure. Okay. Surface ships don't cavitate. Submarines cavitate. Bingo. Victor 2 class. Nuclear attack submarine. Semi-quiet. Range approximately 8,000 yards. Both the cannon and the cash-in seem to be maneuvering. Definitely a submarine. And he's close too, at 8,000 yards. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to be firing a torpedo at the Victor and a torpedo at the cannon. The torpedo for the cannon, I'm pretty confident will not hit. The Victor might. The cash-in is too far away. We're going to be trying to hit that guy with different weapon systems. Now we have a 94% confirmation on the Victor 2. 95, there we go, that's good enough for me. Alright, lower the masts. And start getting this boat a little deeper. There's the enemy sub. We lost the contact. That's alright. I want one to go for surface contacts and one not to go for surface contacts. I want both torpedoes active. This way I hope to be able to avoid one weapon with the other. So that this torpedo is going to go for the cannon. This one's going to go for the sub. That's the plan anyways. Continue with the turn. The cannon is still so damn noisy that I can still pick him up, but the Victor 3, correction, Victor 2 has now been lost. I was probably picking him up on passive. Alright, you are going for that target, and you're going for the Victor. Good hunting. Now, I'm not sure when these guys are going to start to return fire. And honestly, I'm not too eager to find out, but I cannot run away from my current position for fear of risking counter detection. And I would rather not. Victor 2 is cavitating. So he definitely heard my torpedoes and he's not too happy about them. Reload tube 1, release from ultra quiet. He still has a little bit of distance to run. So does he. Now I really would like to make a turn to starboard, but I want to keep control of these torpedoes. So I cannot make a turn or risk snapping off the wires of these torpedoes. And I wonder who else is going to come out to help these endangered ships here. Torpedo 3 is about to go active. Torpedo 2 still waiting. He's searching. Got him. He's acquired the target. And he's going for the Victor, as intended. We may have to adjust course on Torpedo 2 a little bit. Torpedo 2 should altogether just ignore the submarine and go looking for the cannon. I think he's acquired the cannon. So if all goes well, we're going to have 2 kills very quickly. I hope that 1 torpedo is enough for the cannon. Hang on, buddy. You're not heading the right way. This is where I want you to go. He's acquiring the submarine. Fortunately, he's still attached, so I can still direct him otherwise. Victor is in deep shit. Victor dead. Alright, now this guy has no active returns from the Victor, hopefully, but he does have an active return from the cannon. And the cannon is not too happy about that. Cannon running away probably at 34 knots, or at least getting close to it. He's 30 knots at the moment. But this torpedo is faster. He made a knuckle. Didn't he? Well, That's gonna fool me once, but not if I come in from the other side. Hello. Hit. Alright, so we've got confirmed kills on the Victor 2 and the cannon. Excellent. Excellent. Reload tubes 2 and 3. And we're going to go back up to the surface to listen in on these contacts and to potentially find them on the scope. What I still need to find... Whoa! That was sloppy. I may have been detected. What I still need to find are all the surface contacts. Because this is an invasion force after all. So we are looking at what should be a whole flotilla of ships. See if we can reacquire the cash in. Last spot at 107. We should be there. Crap, we're going too deep. $50 feet. This storm, or at least heavy waves, are making it difficult for me to actually detect these guys. There he is. Cash in, Baron 107 reestablished. He seems to be getting closer. We have Master 4 here. Baron 149er. There he is. Come on. Get these waves out of the way. Come on. There. Could just see his smoke coming up. Gotcha. Cresta 2. Both the Cresta and the cash-in seem to want to get close for a bit of a party. That's fine. Just to be sure, I am dealing with the surface fleet here, correct? Or is this just some random task force that I'm engaging? Because that would be unfortunate for them, mostly, but for me as well. Because this task force that I'm supposed to hunt down was supposed to be departing within the week. And we're not quite there yet. It might just be a random group of a couple of destroyers and a sub. Because otherwise, I think that I should be seeing multiple surface contacts. Something that's being defended by these escorts. No, I think that this Cresta is getting way too close. I'm intentionally setting this thing to go for surface contacts at the arrow up. Otherwise it might just decide that a Victor 2 or a dead cannon are still valid targets. And I don't want it to do that. The Kashin on my right, or at least to my east, are well, I could hit them. Oh, we also got something here. Interesting. He could be too far away. At least he's going to hear the torpedo from too far away. It's a noisy boat, though. Passive sonar only, radar. I would still rather not like to party with that guy. However, this Cresta... I'm going to send another torpedo after this Cresta. A Cresta is a guided cruiser. Now, I have had it happen that this thing eats a torpedo and just shrugs it off, that it doesn't die off immediately. And this thing is a massive threat, not just to me, but also to other surface units that we might be seeing in the future. I don't think that I'll be operating with surface contacts ever, But you never know. We might as well make their lives a little easier. So far, it seems that the Cresta is not quite impressed yet with the torpedo. It hasn't hurt them. It's not responding to them yet. Still pinging. Gonna manually activate this one. Immediately acquires the Cresta. At this point, the Cresta must have hurt the torpedo. Although he is at 30 knots. There we go. He's hurt the torpedo and starting to respond to it. Now if all goes well and this torpedo sinks the Cresta, I might be able to redirect this torpedo to go for the cash-in. This is the other torp. This is the one that we're actually using. It keeps maneuvering rather violently. No luck though. Hit. He's dead. Alright. This means that I can redirect Tube 2 and send it all the way to the other side. Now at this point, Tube 2 or Torpedo 2 can still be an issue. Because he might, if I don't control this thing enough, he might come after me. I would very much like to prevent that. At this point the cash-in is still at 10 knots. Does not seem to be aware of any problems yet. Despite the fact that I've really sunk 2 of his surface buddies. He should be able to see that, at the very least. So, cash-in, armed with torpedoes, RBU 6000 and RBU 1000. As well as some guns, but I'm not very worried about those. Let's just speed this up a little. Okay, we lost the wire. I hope that he's going to be able to pick up the wake from that cash-in. He might, but I'm not convinced yet. Hang on, he's making a sharp turn. Yep, he definitely found him. Is he responding yet? Cash-in's not really impressed. But he's starting to make a turn. Course 273, speed 12 knots. Torpedo's still going for him. This is actually good news, because my torpedo is a passive weapon, so it's going to have to listen in on the target. If the target suddenly starts making more noise, he's actually making it easier for the torpedo. So thank you very much. And rest in pieces. There we go. That's 4. Now you'd think that at this point the Russians have learned their lesson. I'm not seeing any further surface contacts. I'm not seeing anything on sonar. I'm going to take a big risk here and raise the radar mast. If there are any further contacts nearby, I will detect them. But the radar doesn't see anything. Reload Tube 2. So I'm thinking that this is in fact not what we were looking for. This happened to be another surface group that just got in the way, basically. And therefore they all got killed. I mean, look at that. Victor 2, cannon, Cresta 2, cash-in. Well, that should deprive them of a little bit of surface contacts. Good. Alright, let's end the battle. Yep, all sunk. Watch this. It's going to say excellent initiative, but not your intended target. Well done, but not your target. Okay, well, I'm going to be saving the game here, and I'm going to be ending the video here. Next video, we're going to continue to hunt for that surface flotilla of that invasion force heading for Oslo. For now, though, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I'll see you soon for more Subcommand and Dangerous Waters. Sorry, not Dangerous Waters just yet. Cold Waters, and hopefully actual footage from a submarine. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon.